Visión comunal, en contacto con las comunidades.
Venezuela in the news. News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Headlines. Oil prices dropped to their lowest level in 3 months. Uruguayan Ministry of Foreign Affairs canceled meeting with the parliament to address the Venezuelan issue. Venezuela guarantees data from the social missions to the United Nations. The oil price fell to its lowest level in 3 months due to the growing fear for the oversupply and increase of the drilling activity in the United States. Brent oil price is at $45.05 per barrel, while the U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude fell to $42.95. The average of the Venezuelan crude in July is $38.92 per barrel. The Ministry of Petroleum informed that throughout July, the Venezuelan crude average is $38.92, while throughout 2016 the average is $31.70. The decrease in the North American oil production helped to balance the market, but the renewed extractive operations and the existing oversupply made the operators consider much more distant the possibility for a raise in the prices. The average spot price of the OPEC closed Monday at $41.35, 36 cents lower than Friday, July 22nd. The Uruguayan Ministry of Foreign Affairs canceled a meeting with the members of the parties in that country's parliament to address the Venezuelan issue about the Southern Common Market. During this meeting, the Uruguayan government would show the progress achieved for Venezuela to take over the pro-tempore presidency of the Miercoles. The meeting with ministers of foreign affairs of the Southern Common Market remains scheduled for Saturday, taking place in the Uruguayan capital. Montevideo and several locations has expressed the intentions to hand over the chairmanship. Caracas denounced that there are intentions to violate the internal statutes of the group. Minister for University Education Jorge Arreaza informed that up to date this year, the Venezuelan government has invested $300 million in public universities and institutions. This amount surpasses the investment of previous years. The admission system has granted 223,000 quotas to study in public institutions and universities. From kindergarten to college, the education in Venezuela is completely free. There are 10 million Venezuelan students, 1/3 of the total population of the country, which is 30 million. Venezuela is the 5th country with the most students in universities.
Venezuela in the news.
Venezuelan Vice President Aristobulo Isturiz explained that the government will maintain for now different exchange rate regimes. A protected dollar is suggested for now to address the food and medicines issue, informed Isturiz during the 25th meeting of the National Council for Productive Economy in Caracas. Additionally, the government will maintain the floating dollar for the rest of the economic activities. In the meeting, Isturiz admitted that the lack of foreign currency is one of the problems to be solved, and he announced the need to modify the country's tax system. The Venezuelan government announced the monitoring of the social missions in regards to the areas of education, culture, sports, health, or housing, among others. The indicators will be supplied to the data system of the United Nations. According to the vice president of that area, Jorge Arreaza, that initiative takes part in the Plan de la Patria, in English Homeland Plan, and the Agenda of the Social Happiness, proposed by Caracas to the UN among its commitments to achieve the goals of the millennium towards 2030. This control mechanism will allow to analyze and review with precise indicators the progresses and the situation of the social programs boosted by Venezuela. Another approach is to develop a national information service for the exchange of the databases and index trackers for the missions and social programs.
News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Headlines. Oil prices dropped to their lowest level in 3 months. Uruguayan Ministry of Foreign Affairs canceled meeting with the parliament to address the Venezuelan issue. Venezuela guarantees data from the social missions to the United Nations.
Venezuela in the news. News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Visión comunal, en contacto con las comunidades.